America's most beloved ballpark.
What happened with Yorme?
Calf. Yeah, he's probably going to go on and say that it's pretty obvious. I'm not sure if he did it from the first step or trying to make the throw to the plate. It doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, that's a loss. Or get to add a pitcher the second game. And I know Billy and them are working to potentially get a player here from the second game to replace him.
You said what was obvious regarding Yorme?
Oh, he's going to go on the disabled list.
Okay.
Excuse me, the injured list.
What about the bullpen today?
Good. We knew we were going to have to pitch a lot of innings out there. We were able to shorten everybody up and try to match up, but they all did a good job for us. You know, sometimes when you get some momentum changes where you got bases loaded, nobody out, and don't score, you know, pitching can take that momentum away from people, and I think we saw an example of that today. Did the same thing when they had first and third and nobody out.
He's had a heart rotation. He's had some big outs and some big spots.
It's you know, a young player growing little by little. You know, you give him 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, as long as that math is happening, you like it. But we've always liked him, and he's made a contribution. And you know, I think you're seeing little by little a guy that's starting to get a feel for what he can do.
When you sit down before the game,
when
you sit before the game and kind of draw, you know, you realize you got to get 17 outs here. How kind of daunting is that, just with all the variables? And
well, obviously, you know, this is one of the best. You know, this team's doing a really good offensive challenge for pitching, and so that we knew that was going to be a challenge. But it's one thing to kind of map out potentially what you'd like to do. It's another thing if you can get the other team to cooperate with you. And that, I love how people say we're going to pitch this part of the order in this lane, and then it doesn't happen. You've got, you know, I didn't have to go to, you know, I don't want to say plan B. You didn't have to. Pitchers did their job, which allowed us to stay and turn to where they're best equipped to get outs.
Why was Hardwick your choice to quote unquote start that game?
Where they were in their batting order, his rest, where his rest was. We knew we wanted to take him through Turner, and you know, he did it a little faster than we thought he would do. But it's good to see. You know, we had some options, but where they were in the batting order and what they had on their bench and what they could and couldn't do, and hadn't done in the past, it seemed to, you know, be the best way to get it worked out. We were fortunate.
What actually happens on that plate?
I'm not sure if he did it pushing off to throw the ball to the plate, or whether he did it just going back. He made some big plays, some tough plays there today, but he played well defensively for the most part. That's a tough outfield to play in the day game.
Is the inability to get those runs into the bases loaded, nobody out there first or second, nobody out? Is that frustrating, or are you able to put that in your mind?
It's frustrating, and I don't put it out of our mind. You know, we don't. You know, that's what I just said earlier. Pitching allows that not to be a momentum thing that gets you away from it. You know, they get out of that, and then I think Raley followed it, right? And it came in and did the job. So that's, you know, that's why people say all the time that your momentum's your next pitcher. Well, I said your next starting pitcher, but it's also your next pitcher in today's game, because they can make that not matter. They had to deal with the same thing over there. They had a couple opportunities.
Given that plans often go out the window once the game is played, as you said, how did your bullpen go compared to what you hoped would be the case as far as order of guys and things like that?
That was the order when we looked at it last night and late last night and early this morning and this afternoon, and we look at it and you can overthink it too. You know, sooner or later people have to get people out. You know, somewhere along the way Raley had to get a right-hander hitter out, and Pete had to get a right-handed hitter out, and some right-handers have to get left-handers out. It's not always that easy. You know, you can put all this stuff there, but if they don't execute it, it's like the openers. If the opener can't get out of the first inning, it doesn't work too good.
All right, we good?
Thank you. Into a game like this, how far in advance do you know you're starting, and do you have an idea of how far they're going to want you to go beforehand, or is it taking it batter by batter?
I mean, I found out probably a couple hours before game time, but I mean, I don't need much to get ready for that kind of stuff. It's just kind of the same thing we do in the bullpen. Just a couple minutes before the game, went out there, got loose, and you know, just did my job. I was going until they told me I couldn't, so that's all I was planning to do, and my job was to get it to the guys at the end of the game.
Overall, how do you feel about the start you've had to your big league career?
I feel pretty good about it. I mean, working on stuff every day, just trying to get a little bit better. There's a few things that I need to work on a little bit more, and overall, just trying to get my feet wet and just kind of settle in.
You got 6 outs, but over parts of 3 innings. Physically, what is that third up like?
You know, most guys that have been in the bullpen have been starters most of their life up until pro ball. So I mean, that third up down doesn't really make a huge difference to me. But going in as a mindset of going for length, it definitely changes the approach a little bit more. Trying to be more on attack, limit pitches, keep that pitch count low, and yeah.
Overall, over the course of this season, how much confidence is just kind of your growing body of work now of success giving you that, you know, not only do you belong here, but that you can continue to thrive here?
Yeah, I don't really think about that too much. I just think about going one pitch at a time. Don't really look too far in advance. Don't really linger on the pass. Just taking it one day at a time.
Grant, does your preparation change at all, just mentally, when you know who you're going to be facing versus, you know, just getting the call and getting ready to go out and in?
Not too much. We have our reports that we do, and I think I have a pretty good routine physically getting ready for guys. But I mean, they do a great job here of prepping us, and then do a little work on our own. But just pretty much the same approach.
Thank you. What exactly happened on that play?
You know, just felt a little grab on my calf and I wanted to get the ball. Really all I know right now.
Just in general, I mean, Buck said it seems pretty obvious if you're going to go on the IL with this. How frustrating is it now that you were talking about the other day, the way the season has gone, that you're back and getting playing?
You know, I'm not happy about it. I'm really special. You know, I think it's around this time last year too. It happened again too with my groin, so it is what it is. But not happy about it.
You afraid there's a significant tear in there, or what? I mean, what do you feel like?
I mean, right now it just feels like it's tight. Really, we will see once I get everything done. Everything we're gonna do once we get back to New York. So we'll see.
So not till after the weekend?
I'm not sure. Like I said, we're still trying to figure all that out. Since it happened a little bit ago, so we'll go from there.
And it was just when you went to pick up the ball?
Yeah, I think it was in the second push when I went to reach for it. Really.
Did that ball just take a bad hop?
I mean, couldn't tell you. It was hit well. It's just one of those where it's just a reaction play. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. It is what it is.
Have you hurt your calf before?
I have not.
Thank you.